What's going on, guys? This is Trent, and today, by popular demand, we're jumping right back into Lovebites and their live performance of Holy War. This was performed live at Zepp DiverCity, Tokyo this year here in 2020. So it should be super cool to check out. I want to say thank you to everyone who checked out my last video reacting to the Hammer of Wrath by Lovebites. I got a lot of great feedback from you guys. Probably one of my best videos I've done, I think. A lot of informative responses, educated responses, really breaking down their love for the band, explaining the different members of the band, the diversity, and their playing techniques, how they sing. You know, it was really great reading through all the comments. I tried to get to each and every one of them. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Don't kill me. I really tried. There was more comments than I genuinely expected. I went out to celebrate my birthday this weekend, and my phone was blowing up, and it wasn't people saying happy birthdays. You guys commenting on the video, which is awesome. So today, again, we're jumping into Holy War. I'm super excited to check it out. And thank you again so much for checking out the last one. I was reminded, though, that she is singing in English. However, it's a form of English that maybe they've kind of transcribed into their own way of pronouncing or enunciating the words, called katakana, if I'm not mistaken. I did look that up. It was almost like they're taking the English language and kind of making it their own, but on top of that, with a very thick accent, it may be very difficult for me to kind of understand sometimes what exactly she's saying. But again, we're going to go over the lyrics. I'm going to check out the lyrics, and we're going to really dive into them. So again, thank you so much for checking out the video, and let's dive in, check out some Lovebites, guys. All right, guys, here we go. This is Lovebites and their song Holy War, live. Right off the bat, I'm already noticing the quality in this video is much better than the last one I watched. Definitely a lot easier to see everybody and everything that's going on. So far, I'm really digging it. Loving the instrumentals, loving the crowd, getting the crowd involved right away. Really like this driving riff here. It's very driving, very powerful sounding. I'll back it up just a little bit here.
Yeah.
There's only one thing that I do want to point out that I've kind of noticed. Let me back up just a teeny bit here, and you can kind of see, you know, it's clear that from what I can see here, every member of the band, I'm sorry, every single member of this band, the two guitars and the bassist and even the vocalist here, none of them recorded. They're all using wireless equipment. The only thing that really sticks out to me here is that I'm not getting the stage presence that they had in the last video. So stage presence is very, very big and important to me, and that's something that I will point out and I will mention. You know, for two guitars to be on a wireless rig like that, looks like one's running an orange cab in the back, it looks like maybe a PV amp, and then here I see a full Marshall. I'm not sure what actual amp they're running on both. The other one I'm not too familiar with the symbol there, but they're all wireless, and it's almost like they're afraid to move from their positions here, and it might, you know, and that's just something I'm noticing. When you're wireless, man, take full advantage of that. You should be all over the stage. You know, the guitarists here on, you know, stage right should be switching spots throughout the show with stage left and really engaging in fans on each side of the stage, really getting them into it. And they're doing that here, especially the one right here in center screen. She's stepping up a lot and smiling and really showing off, you know, when she's tapping in the certain spots. But even the vocalist, who's a lot of times the really center of attention for, she's staying in kind of one spot so far. We're 2.5 minutes in, and I've seen them really kind of walk up and walk back. That's just something that I notice, and for me, this is a personal opinion. I love when a band has good stage presence. Not to say that they don't, because this is just one example of a live song that I'm seeing compared to the other one. The other one I saw, for some reason, it felt like a little bit more energy. I felt like they were stepping up and really showing off when they would play. And here I feel like a lot of them are just kind of standing in place and moving in place, when I know each and every one of them are running a wireless rig. I even know the guitarists on the right, which I'm almost going to assume that most of them they're all wearing in-ear monitors. I could see it, so she can hear herself a lot better. So she knows what she's playing, so the accuracy is going to be even better for her as well, and any of the other ones that, you know, choose to wear those in-ears. So that's why it's kind of confusing. I don't see I'm not seeing as much energy as I did in the last one. So, but let's keep watching. I get this as a live performance, but they did not have to put it only in the right ear. Why? So is it just me, because I know the bass isn't turned down throughout the entire song, you can hear it, but I feel like when they focus in focused in on her playing bass. It's almost like in the live mix that the live mix that they did here, they turned up the bass for that specific spot when they were going through and doing this video. Let's go back a little bit. Not saying that that's bad, but it's just why would you specifically turn it up in the mix for just one spot? Let's go back here if we can find it right here. So we go directly from the guitar solos, which sound sick. They sound great. They're in sync. They're playing well together. And there's right here is the in-ear monitor I was talking about. But let's watch this. And then as soon as it's not on the basis again, I feel like it got turned back down the mix. Keep it up. It sounded so much better. I had to save that cough so I didn't interrupt. All right, guys, so that was Lovebites and their song Holy War. Let's talk about it a little bit. All right, guys, so that was Holy War by Lovebites, and that was performed live this year, 2020. Now, before I say anything else, I want to say that I thought it was awesome. I thought it was really well done. I thought they played really tight together as a band. It sounded really well. And the song itself, I think I actually may like it better than the Hammer of Wrath. I have to go back and listen to the Hammer of Wrath and see. But so far, I really like this one as well. And just briefly looking at the lyrics, I definitely like the lyrics way more. But that's, again, personal preference. But anybody's wondering, those live videos sound and look so good. Not look so good, but mainly sound so good because those live performance, while they're playing and performing live, that music or audio is actually going directly to that mixing board in the back. They're then taking that live audio and then they're actually producing it, and then syncing it with the high quality video. So that's why I had mentioned with the bassist, I'm like, it sounded like in that live mix they brought the bass up and then they took it away as soon as they weren't focused on it anymore. So I was curious as to why it sounded like that and why they did it, because it definitely sounded like it was more present when they were focusing on her. And I don't think that's just a mind thing because I'm focusing on the bassist. I think they just legitimately turned it up in that one little spot. But let's take a quick look here at the lyrics. I'm just going to kind of read them out and just kind of talk about them a little bit without going into too much detail or anything. So it starts off with, look at the black clouds, it's going to rain blood. People live in fear, covered in mud, singing O Gloria to change the prophecy. Now, for those of you who don't know what O Gloria is, from my understanding and how I take it, is that it's from Wesley's Hark the Herald of Angels, which is a Christian worship song, like hark the angels sing, glory to the newborn king, peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. So it's talking about people singing in a worship song to change the prophecy, to change everything that's going on. Worship God now. We are the metal warriors fighting the darkness for sisters. There is a thousand of evils. Hush, do not wake up Satan's devils. Singing hallelujah to save our majesty. We are the metal warriors fighting the darkness for brothers. So far, it sounds pretty cool. It's like they're the metal warriors. They're warriors, and they're gonna, they're taking on the devil here. They're taking on the demons. Like they're taking on hell itself. That's kind of what I'm getting so far. It's pretty cool. It's pretty badass. And it goes into shining blade and burning heart, into the gates of hell we march. Immortal soul, let there be light, into the eye of heaven. Eagles at a holy war fly higher than the sun. We are one for all and all for one forevermore. Like, this is a pretty badass song. Like, if I showed this one and just showed them the lyrics, I might look at it as, you know, it's like, wow, that's a pretty badass Christian rock song or badass Christian metal song that I'm getting from it. Like, they're really, really, like, we're fighting for God here. We're marching into the gates of hell, and we're going to kick some of these, you know, the devil in all hell's ass. That's kind of like what I'm seeing from this. Let's keep going. Kingdom of heaven, never shall we fall. Reincarnation, wait for your call. Singing O Gloria to change the prophecy. We are the metal warriors fighting the darkness for sisters. So sorry, I kind of hesitate there because I'm just it's odd. Kingdom of heaven, never shall we fall. Reincarnation, wait for your call. I'm not entirely sure what they mean by that. So if somebody knows, please let me know. Morning star and dying moon, into the gates we hell we march. Mighty soul, let there be hope, into the eye of heaven. Eagles at a holy war fly higher than the sun. Stand up in the name of the God of heavy metal. I'm curious if this is a reference here where it says morning star and dying moon, if the morning star is a reference to Lucifer. Because Lucifer has been referred to as Lucifer Morningstar, as you know, Lucifer stands to be the name, stands for light bearer. So I'm just curious if that's what that is in reference to or not. But it says stand up in the name of the God of heavy metal. And I don't know if this is referencing their God, the Christian God, or just a God in general, in a reference to like stand up. This is the mighty God who created this music, and it's this music. And we're fighting for our brothers and our sisters. We're metal warriors fighting against the evil of the devil and hell. So far, I mean, if that's what it means, that's really cool. I'm not saying that is what it means. It's kind of like a subjective take on it from my end. What do we live for? What do we fight for? Tonight, but the world is beautiful and worth fighting for. Only have one thing on our mind, facing the fate, holy war. Singing hallelujah to save our majesty. We are the metal warriors fighting the darkness for brothers. Shining blade and burning heart, into the gates of hell we march. Immortal soul, let there be light, into the eye of heaven. Eagles at a holy war fly higher than the sun. We are one for all, and all for one forevermore. What do we live for? What do we fight for? Tonight, but the world is beautiful and worth fighting for. Only have one thing on our mind, facing the fate, holy war. So I think those lyrics are freaking awesome. I love the writing. For me, like, lyrics are huge for me, and I read a lot of bands that they make a 5 to 6 minute song, and then I go and I check out the lyrics, or I follow along the lyrics when I'm listening to it, and it's just copy and pasted over and over again. And then if you basically could cut the entire song in half and have a 2-minute song, and it would get the same point across, in my opinion. However, with these, this is very well written. I like how it's written. It's well written. And it's cool sounding. It's badass sounding. It's mean sounding, you know. So that's definitely really cool. And depending on, you know, your subjective take or your opinion on what it means, you know, I'm looking at it as, you know, it's like almost like the end of days, like this holy war at the end of days of, you know, say the rapture takes place and there's a 7 years of tribulation, and it's like the end of days. Look at the black cloud. It's going to rain blood. People are going to die. There's going to be fire. There's going to be craziness going on, and people are going to be worshiping and singing "O Gloria." You know, hark the herald of angels, and you know, talking about we're the metal warriors in the apocalypse. Like, we're the good guys here, and we're doing it with metal, and we're going to fight the devil and march into hell and kick their ass. And you know, it's kind of how I take from it. I think it's awesome. Now, please tell me if there is an actual personal meaning behind this, of maybe it talks about more of like a sensitive subject, and maybe their past there in Japanese history or culture. So please let me know if that's the case. But so far, that's kind of like my subjective take on it, and I thought it was really cool. I thought overall this song was pretty badass. I'd love for you guys to suggest some more of them below. I know there's a lot of suggestions on the last video. But just to reiterate how much you want me to check them out more, let me know in the comments below. I'm going to try to respond to every comment that you guys put down here, and I love talking to you guys. So let me know what you think. Give me your opinion. If you like these videos, you want me to do more of these videos, and you know, subscribe. consider hitting that notification bell so you are aware of when my videos get uploaded and you can see these new videos. But you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much as always. Like the video if you like it. Dislike it if you do. That's okay. Not a big deal. I'd love to know why. Give me some constructive criticism. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, whether that be good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. And I hope you have a great one. Thanks guys so much.